YouTube, my name is NoNo, and welcome to what I hope to God is ending 3 of I Wani Hug That Gator. We're just gonna continue right where we left off, but basically all that you need to know is that we're about to go on a date, and that's all you need to know. So, the rest of our day was spent in that living room playing more games on the old TV. Hours flew by, and Olivia kept switching up games. I think she was trying to find something that I would particularly enjoy, or at least be good at. Shame, then, that I seemed to be born lacking any gaming talents at all. We all still had fun, at least. When the sun began to set, though, I decided I should head home. I needed a shower and a change of clothes, and both of Damien's parents were still out. It felt bad when I left Damien's place that night, or rather, felt bad looking at Olivia as I walked away from his house. It only grew worse as I went from the metro to my quiet neighborhood and ultimately my empty home. Seeing the small pile of letters at the front door made me realize what that feeling was. Loneliness. Maybe I should have just waited to ask the Paynes if I could have spent the entire weekend. If I did that, would I be overstaying my welcome? I don't want to abuse their hospitality, after all. Ping! Withdrawing my phone from my pocket, I see that Olivia just sent me a new doodle. Coming tomorrow? Well, I can handle a little loneliness for now. Sure. Kicking my door closed, I head for my computer so I can continue talking to her online. I lose track of how much time we spend instant messaging and sharing videos, but by the time I check my computer's clock, I realize it's past midnight. I didn't even go through my typical routine of checking for updates to my forums and blogs. Shoot, I'm gonna be exhausted tomorrow. Totally worth it. The next few days went very similarly to the first. Visiting the Payne residence and hanging out with Olivia's family became my new routine after school. On Monday, I got around to shoveling the snow off the driveway like Randy had asked me for. It was laborious to do, but it felt good to get it done. Even more rewarding than when Randy thanked me with some sashimi he mentioned during the weekend. Eventually, I'd gotten in the habit of leaving sticky notes for my parents, letting them know where I was. Not that they care too much, as long as I'm home by bedtime. I won't lie, spending most of my afternoons watching Vinny and Damien yell at the TV wasn't particularly entertaining, but Olivia's presence was enough for me. On Friday, though, while Vinny and Damien were preoccupied by a foam sword duel in the backyard, I decided to plan our date. The weather that weekend was was supposed to be warm, and I managed to convince Olivia that this would be our last chance for a real picnic that only leaves the location. We've been arguing well into the night over text, trying to decide where to go. I think the beach would be nice. No way, the marine layer will screw with the weather. How about we go back to the arcade? Seriously, that place smelled horrible. Ha! You're right. There's nowhere worth going in Volcadera Bluffs anyway. Volcadera Bluffs, huh? Does Volcadera actually have bluffs? Yeah, dummy, the place was named after him. Have you seen them? No. Sounds perfect then. But those are ages away. Come on, it'll be fun to get away from home for a bit. Fine. I'll be over in the morning then. Okay, sure. Nighty-night. I let my phone rest on my bed as I smiled at myself. I'll have to look up exactly where the bluffs are in the morning, but I'm sure they'll look nice. And if not, well, there ought to be something exciting there. After researching our destination and getting dressed, I did one last check of myself to make sure I hadn't forgotten anything. Wallet, phone, water bottle, extra sunglasses, written instructions for the metro lines we'd have to take. I'm officially ready to go. Before I leave, I make sure to leave a sticky note on the fridge to let my parents know where I'll be. Maybe they'll finish watching daytime television in time to see it before I get home. Ha! It's only a short trip to the closest station to Olivia's neighborhood and a short walk from there to her house. The Paynes' place is as welcoming as ever. It's starting to feel a bit like a second home by now. In the chilled weather, the yard's growth has slowed, but it's starting to peek through the thin layer of snow. I hope I'm not commissioned to mow now, too. Should I let Olivia know I'm here? I'm here. You ready? I'll be out in a minute. Is the door unlocked? No, don't come in yet. What? Just stand by the curb and be ready. This is going to be cool. Oh boy. I stand by the curb as instructed, facing the door. After a moment, it swings open and... whoosh! A green blur shoots out of the door directly for me. I know better than to flinch. Olivia's tail slams the ground and breaks her to a halt with a stylish skid. You're here! I am. And it looks like you finally got your wheelchair. Yeah, it came in just yesterday. Didn't want to tell you to make it a surprise. How's that new wheelchair smell, dummy? While it looks the same, I do notice how it's lacking all this old scarring her original one had. So did you hear? Hear what? Exactly. I can sneak up on you now. In your dreams. So, you ready for our date? There's a sudden rush of jittery nerves in my chest. It is my first time taking someone out on a date. Trying to rationalize it doesn't help my nervousness, though. Yeah, I'm ready. She looks at me with a timid smile, hands held together as she tilts her head slightly. She's wearing a new floral hair clip. Come to think of it, it's the first time I've ever seen her accessorize. That hair clip looks cute, Olivia. The worry in her grin melts away with a fully joyous smile. Thank you, Inko. Which also helps to ease my own. With my renewed confidence, I step around Olivia and go to grab her handlebars. Oh wait, you've been out all week, you probably don't need any help. No, it's fine. Her tail takes my wrist and guides my hands to the handle. I don't mind at all. Alright, to the metro station? Yes, please. With Olivia in tow, our date begins. I'm just excited to finally see one that's cute, man. On the metro, I'm lucky enough to be able to find my normal seat. Olivia folds the seat up and places herself right next to me. Something's different. Oh wow, Christmas lights. I swear they start setting these up earlier every year. The white fluorescence of them combined with the dim lighting of the metro's lights give the cabin a more cozy feeling. I feel my photographer's instinct kick in, but quickly remember that I didn't bring my camera. So, soon enough, the entire city will be covered in holiday stuff by the end of the weekend. The mental image of a twinkling Volcadera at night is a pleasing thought. There'll definitely be some photo-worthy shots during that time. What do you think of all of it? The decorations? I like them. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, but what's your favorite? I think reefs look pretty nice on lampposts. I like all the crappy snowmen and snow angels in people's yards. I've always wanted to make my own. What about the mistletoe? Yeah? Shut up, you. Actually, I'm curious. Are there any dino-specific traditions that you guys celebrate during the winter season? Olivia cocks an eyebrow at my question. Hey, I didn't know you guys celebrated end of summer, so I'm just curious if there's other Sarian-centric holidays I don't know about. Nope, just Christmas, or whatever holiday people celebrate around this time. There's probably no dedicated one out of spite of the cold. That's fair. Now I can't help but think of doing some ice skating with Olivia. Surely there's a wheelchair access for it, right? I look down at Olivia's wheelchair to imagine how it worked. When something interesting catches my eye, there's a small compartment underneath her seat, almost like a cubbyhole with some things inside it. What's that? Oh, I decided to bring my sketch pad with me. You know, since it's my first time going to the Bluffs, I wanted to draw out the scenery while we're there. Maybe I shouldn't have. Huh? No, that's completely fine. I was just thinking how I should have brought my camera for the same reason, so I'm glad one of us came prepared. As long as we enjoy our time there, that's all that matters. You're right. Olivia takes hold of my hand as she rests her head on my shoulder. I'm just excited that it's finally going to be cutesy and nothing terrible is going to happen. Hopefully. I don't know. Something terrible is going to happen anyway, isn't it? I don't want to think about it. We're getting there. It's fine. Eventually, the metro arrives at our destination. After disembarking the train and leaving the station, my digital map indicates the park is about a block away. As we make our way there, we soak in the sights of the area of Volcadera. Just like Olivia predicted, many of the surrounding buildings are getting decorated for the holiday season. Never been around these parts of the city before, only seen them on car trips. So this is a first for both of us. I can only imagine what it'll look like once this is all set up. Yeah, maybe we could come back to visit once it is. I like the sound of that. We enter into the park's main parking lot. Looks like there's a decent amount of people here this evening, which is surprising given that it's still relatively chilly. Then again, such a prominent landmark in the city would still draw in a crowd even with certain weather conditions. Ooh, there's some food trucks! That'll cover the picnic part. Looks like they got a decent variety of things. Tacos, sandwiches, chicken. Shoot, looks like they have a bit of a line to them. Plenty of time to do other stuff. I'm not very hungry yet anyway. Glancing around, there's a few gaps in the tree line with trails heading into them. I'd wager they're nature trails, maybe bird-watching ones. Do you want to try one of those trails? Olivia looks almost disappointed as she glances between me and the food trucks. We could grab a snack first before we head in if you want. She simply shakes her head. It can wait. Plus, I don't want any arm cramps on the trail. Alright then, let's go. This is gonna be interesting. Why are we bringing a fucking wheelchair on a dirt? Whatever. Olivia and I head toward the sign indicating where the trail begins, leisurely walking across the dirt path. The mood is somewhat dampened by the hikers to our front and back, but it doesn't make the natural landscape any less calming. Honestly, I wasn't sure you'd agree to this. What, a date? No, the hike. You don't seem very interested in nature. Well, normally I wouldn't, since a lot of places outside the city aren't built for people like me. but I thought it'd be nice if you were here. My heart flutters for a second. I'm glad to hear you say that. I think it's a nice break from how busy everything is. Out here, it's just you and the world, isn't it? Yeah, I can see that. You plan on sketching out any landscapes? I was planning to before we got here, but I think it'd take too long. Just a sketch, then. I'll think about it. We continue for another few minutes admiring the passing scenery. There's just less hikers than before. I noticed them hanging back for pictures or moving faster ahead, but that was a while ago now. It's just us and the trees. You think any of the others are into this sort of thing? The others? Liz, Damien. Nah, probably not. Unless it's community service or something, Liz wouldn't be interested. And Damien's only interested in setting ants on fire with a magnifying glass. Something wrong? No, I just imagined Mia driving a tractor for some reason. Seriously? Yeah, you think she could pull off the farmer look? I refuse to imagine that. Regardless, a mental image of the burgundy-wearing bruiser in overalls and a straw hat invades my mind. I hate you. Shaking the thought from my head, I look around to reacquaint myself with the trail. Something's off. This place is quieter than I thought it would be. That's how the woods are, city boy. We live 15 minutes apart. I like it quiet. It's just nice to not have anybody to worry about. No Mia, no Ben, no Prockley, no Scalar. We have the whole world to ourselves, and nobody else can ruin that. It's a good way to look at it. I pat Olivia on the shoulder, and she lets out a low groan as she rests her head against my hand. Are you tired already? No, just enjoying us. If it wasn't a cloudy day, I think my face was starting to get burnt. Another several minutes later, and we're still going strong. You still doing okay? Yeah, I'm still good. I'm still a bit surprising to me how your arms just don't give way from pushing yourself so often. Well, when you've done it for so long as I have, you start building a tolerance for it. And you've done it for a while, eh? As long as I can remember. Olivia? Ah, crap, what the hell? I turn to face her, looking at the source of the sound. The wheel on her chair is stuck in an indentation in the trail and she's struggling to push herself out. Without a word, I quickly step behind her and grab her handlebars, helping Olivia push herself from the natural trap. Thanks, Inko, but what was that? I'm not sure. Fuck you, Jim and I on my phone. Stop listening to me. I take a closer look at the trail to investigate. The indentation that Olivia got caught in extends across the entirety of the trail, and it almost looks like a tire track? I think it got stuck in a tire track. What's a tire track doing on a hiking trail? Maybe somebody got lazy. This place is supposed to be pedestrian traffic only. I feel a wave of nervousness overcome me as I glance around the breadth of the trail. When's the last time we saw a sign? Aren't there supposed to be maps around to tell us where we are? Where's everybody else? The realization dawns on me. I have no idea where we are. Huh? Dude, seriously? I thought you planned this whole thing. I thought we were following the signs. We need to find out where we are. I don't want to die out here. The trail has to lead somewhere, right? If we keep going, we'll find something. Can't we turn back? And risk getting turned around more? We can't be too far from something. Just follow the tracks. Okay, I trust you. With a heavy sigh, I lead the march along the trail we're on. It's probably some kind of service road for park rangers or maintenance workers who keep the trail safe. If that's the case, we're bound to run into something or somebody that can guide us in the right direction. For every minute that we keep looking for a sign of salvation, the darker it gets. Olivia suggested that I use my phone to find the right directions, but the lack of the bars throws away any means of traversal guidance. If I keep reassuring Olivia that we'll get out eventually, there's a tinge of worry that begins to grow in the pit of my stomach. The last thing I want to do is spend a night in the woods. At best, I know that as long as I have my phone's compass, we won't be moving in circles. So westward we are bound, following the trail at a more cautious pace. It's as if we crest a blind turn north that we finally hear salvation. Why? Hey there! Oh, thank Raptor Jesus, finally, another living being. The scruffy-looking gent looks to be a park ranger. You two lost? Yeah, we sort of got mixed up on the trails and couldn't find any maps. Uh-huh, sounds about right. Happens all too often around here. Anywho, I'm assuming you two are looking for a particular sight to see? Yeah, do you know the way? He hums in thought for a moment with his head sweeping left and right. Finally, the ranger smiles and points at a particular path just wide enough for Olivia's chair. That one there will lead you to the best view here, and all you need to do is get back and take any trail east. They all branch off near the park. Thank you so much, sir. Don't mention it, and call me Ranger Teddy. Bye, Ranger Teddy. I'll never see you again, probably. Taking the ranger's directions, we go down the narrow pathway. The thin pathway continues on for another 30 minutes and ultimately leads to a secluded table and railing. And the most breathtaking view. Olivia gasps as her eyes peer over the protective rail and takes in the vista that is the bluffs. Over the edge I can see a number of branches jutting from the cliff face and past that the ocean laps at the base of the bluff. While I look below us, Olivia's eyes lock onto something further away. I follow her eyes and, whoa, I'm really regretting my camera now. Because what I see is a 1 in a million shot. Taking a spot on the rickety wooden table, I feel it groan beneath me. The spot must be one of the less trekked to if the stuff here is in such disrepair. Knowing that, I feel that the spot is more private. Like our own little view of Volcadera. Hey, Inko? Yeah? She holds up a sketch pad, giving me the sweetest pitiful look. Do we have time to... Oh yeah, of course. I'm sure we can manage to get back as long as the sun is still up. Her smile radiates with the power of 1,000 suns, and her hands quickly flip the pad open to a fresh page and start on the sketch. Compared to her deliberate strokes when painting or doing calligraphy, her sketch pencil moves in quick, rapid strokes. Her head is constantly moving between the page and the cliff view, and her eye carries an ember in it, akin to when we'd gone to the arcade. As Olivia is engrossed with drawing the beautiful bluffs, I'm engrossed by the beautiful girl's drive to create. Still, time passes and the sun slowly moves lower and lower. A cool gust of ocean air blows over us, and I see the shiver run through Olivia. Checking the time, it's only about 4 o'clock. I curse the short winter days because Olivia is out of time. Olivia. Almost done! The page is almost fully used, showing a very rough duplicate of the cliffside she'd been focused on. Her final touch was to add a simple signature on the only blank space she had left, holding the full drawing up in triumph. Wow! I know, right? The sheer smugness radiating from her grin lasts for all of a minute, whipped away by another ocean breeze that makes us both shiver. Even her nose scrunches up in irritation as she sniffles heavily. Achoo! Holy shit, that sounded like a fucking shotgun, especially as if it bounces off the cliff wall. I think she even managed to spook the seagulls nesting in the branches below us. Bless you? She grumbles her thanks as she wipes at her irritated nose. You okay? Yeah. She sniffles again. Sea air just sucks. The atmosphere is cooling rapidly, too. We should get going, then. Some warm food would be good. Not yet. When she sees my questioning look, she continues. I want to see the sunset first. You sure? That means we'll have to take the path back in the dark. We'll be fine. As proof, she shines her phone's flashlight at me. Alright, then. Instead of going back to the bench, I stand beside her at the guardrail. Slowly, the sun starts to dip as if sinking into the sea. Just watching the natural world move on. Simply me, Olivia, and the wonderful view in our private little spot. Fingers gently wrap around my hand and I reciprocate until our palms are interlocked. At last the sun crests the horizon completely and the last ray of light illuminating Olivia's tiny smile. Thanks to Ranger Teddy's directions, finding our way back to where we started, our hiking journey was easy, even if it was a bit too dark for comfort. Eventually we make it back to the parking lot, just as the street lamps were turning on. When we return to the main area of the park, it's gotten a lot less crowded. Some of the food trucks have called it a day and left as well. We're not cutting it close to the last metro home, right? Yeah, the last one will be in another hour or so. Phew, I was worried I was taking too long. Then we'd have to stay overnight, alone in the wilderness. I want to check out those food trucks now. Hear, hear. Looks like some of the food trucks are still around, probably to draw in the late-night crowd. There's practically no lines for them either. Neat. Let's see, what sounds good to eat right now? What are you craving, Liv? Olivia? I glance over to see that she's bent over to a nearby playground. Looks a bit derelict, having endured the outside elements for who knows how long. Something catching your eye? It's just that I haven't been on a swing in ages. Really? Back when I was little, yeah, whenever Damien's family took me to the park with them. Then I sort of stopped. Safety concerns and all that. I'm sure the trucks will be here for a while longer. Would you like to try? Are you sure? I mean, it's getting pretty late. Come on, we got time. Okay, let's do it. Olivia wheels herself down to where the play area is on the park. I follow right behind, taking the short walk to examine the middle structure. The swing set looks rough, to say the least. The support bar's paint is cracking off, showing the heavy rust beneath them. The chains are crusty, covered in sparse remnants of safety tubing. And the seats, they're so loose and wobbly I fear the entire thing would fall apart even if Vinny sat on it. Olivia, are you sure? Hold it steady, would you? I grasp the chains to hold the plastic seat in place while Olivia hops over onto it. The metal and plastic groan momentarily as Olivia settles herself in. She moves her tail aside so it doesn't smack into me. Well, aren't you going to start pushing? Oh, right. Olivia snickers for a moment as I place my hands on her back. With a gentle yet firm push, Olivia begins swinging. It's a rhythmic motion now, to and fro. With every instance of her swinging back towards me, I push her with a little bit more force to increase her momentum. Eventually, Olivia starts pivoting her tail to maintain her movement, meaning I no longer have to assist her. So I position myself in front of her to watch as she swings like a pendulum. The creaking of metal becomes a simple white noise as I look on at her with ease. The cool night breeze and the swing's movements gently ruffle Olivia's hair. With a cherubic smile, Olivia's eyes close as she loses herself to the simple enjoyment of swinging through the air. To see Olivia having a moment where all her cares are gone, where there's no troubles or drama consuming her, to see her truly at peace, it's an image worth 1,000 words, and one I hope to never forget. After a while, I sit beside her on the accompanying swing. Say, Olivia. Yeah? Her voice is a soft whisper of contentment. What are you thinking? I'm thinking about today. It was nice. Really nice, Inko. Thank you for taking me here. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was worried. Don't be. How could I not? It's my first date. Inko. Yeah? About the formal. Oh, do you not want to go? Olivia's eyes open and I can see them tremble. I want to go, it's just... Latikin's memorial. No. It's tricky, leaning to the side, but I managed to place my hand on her shoulder for emotional support. I understand, Olivia. Whatever you want to do, I'll support you. Her fingers ring together. I know you will, Inko. So, could you support me during the eulogy, too? My hand cups her cheek tenderly, and I give her my most reassuring smile. Of course, Olivia. Her eyes close once more, and she leans into my hand, nuzzling against it. She sighs pitifully as I draw away, but still smiles. Thanks, Inko. I think I'm ready to go now. And we didn't even get food! I nod gently and offer a hand to Olivia, helping her off the swing set and into her wheelchair. We hold hands as we begin heading towards the exit. At least until Olivia needs her hand to help push herself. I guess things won't ever really be normal, but I'm okay with that. We grabbed our dinner from the taco truck, savoring the spiced meats on flour tortillas on the go. The walk to the metro isn't long, and before we know it, we're back on the train and racing back home. The ride back isn't particularly eventful, and it doesn't look like there's many people in the cabin with us. We both take the opportunity to admire the cityscape, especially now that it's reflected against the red and purple streaks that cover the sky. 45 minutes later, Olivia and I share a hug before she departs the train and starts to make her way home. I watch her from the window of the metro as it takes off, and as her form disappears from my view, I feel an overwhelming sense of relief. That went really well. I hope she'll be okay for tonight without me there. Maybe I'll ask Damien to keep an eye on her for me. I should stop worrying so much. She'll be okay, I'm sure of it. It's December. Winter in Volcadero Bluffs is officially here, and as if to celebrate the occasion, tonight is St. Hammond's Winter Formal. Hard to believe it's already here. It really crept up on me. Whenever I remember the event coming up, I just force it out of my mind. The whole thing has me pretty anxious. It's like a date, but on a whole new level, like there's some formality to it. I better not mess this up. Anyway, I find myself with a new difficulty in my life. We've read through this 3 times. Over and under and around and tug and ah! I reel and loosen the lethal neckwear from my collar, tossing the devil's claws on the floor in frustration. Scanning over the step-by-step instructions once more, I try to find where I went wrong on my latest attempt. I consider going tieless, but damn it, it brings the whole outfit together. And I want to look good for Olivia because she'd be doing the same. Picking the slim fabric back up, I notice just how badly wrinkled and ugly it is. Time is running out, sadly. We still had class today, after all. Forget it, I have another shirt that works without the tie and it still looks good. Dumping the fashionable noose in my hamper and swapping outfits, my thoughts travel freely. Everyone in the school is excited for the formal, though Olivia, she looked excited too, but there was something just beneath the surface. Anxiety, probably, for Mr. Latikin's vigil. Only Olivia and Ben and I seemed to remember that. The rest of the school was having moved on by now. Ben had kept pestering Olivia about her speech, insisting to know what she'd say. The only thing that kept me from pushing the Stu-Co away was the fact that Mia would still give me the evil eye from the distance, in her janitor outfit. Ha! She deserves worse, but at least she's out of our hair. I check on the time, since I don't have any time to try again. Tossing on the piece of resistance, the coat, I exit my room and head down for my foyer. Tonight's gonna be the best night ever. Probably. Definitely. I'll make it the best night ever for the both of us. I head through the foyer towards my open door and wait, Dad's home. Still dressed in his work uniform, hunched over the bar with a half-filled glass. He hasn't noticed me. Well, not that it matters. As I open the door, I hear a low grumble from behind me. Back by midnight! Without looking back, I head out. I just looked down at my phone because fucking stupid idiot phone keeps distracting me. The chill that washes over me is affected by my formal wear. I can only imagine how hot this outfit would be in the summer. Then again, I did wear a jacket constantly for the first month of school. Speaking of, I can't decide whether or not I want to keep the sunglasses with my outfit. It's hard enough to see outside as it is. Somehow, though, it feels wrong to take them off. Hoping not to waste any more time, I begin to walk to the metro. I really don't want to be late, especially not for Olivia. It's the same ride I've taken countless times this year, but this time it has a sense of finality to it. The rocking motions of the cabin are both calming and nauseating at the same time, and I find myself teetering between positivity and negativity. There's one night that needed to go well. It's tonight. No dodgeballs to the face, no falling into pools, no harassment from anybody. I pray that Latican's eulogy goes smoothly. I find comfort in the routine walk from the metro to the Payne residence. As I stand outside the house, I realize I forgot to bring any flowers. But this isn't prom yet, so I think that's okay. It's December, and that means festivities. The house is adorned with a row of colorful Christmas lights. Guess we had to put all those up, too. It was worth it to see Vinny and Olivia smile like that, but man, at this rate, I'm gonna get jacked doing all these chores for them. After a quick knock at the door, I wait patiently for an answer. I hear some voices on the other side, something about being too cold, I think. It was pretty funny the first time, but they do this every single time I swing by. I didn't think the weather bothered them that much. A moment later, Damien swings the door open. Hey, Inko, you're looking snazzy. Thanks, this is all new stuff. Think Olivia will like it? Probably, but she'd probably be just as excited seeing you wearing any old suit. Well, it's the effort that counts, right? Yeah, like I wanted to wear a t-shirt that looked just like the real thing so I could be cozy and not have to deal with the ties or any annoying stuff, but Mom threatened to beat the snot out of me if I did that for some reason. Thought I'd get away with doing it anyway, but Liz threatened the same thing. Girls, right? Anyway, come on in already, it's staying cold. He slams the door behind me when I step in. The inside is also decorated for the holidays. Sophia must have spent hours decorating, as the living room is a tapestry of Christmas spirit. It even suffuses the air! I still don't know what that fucking word means, but I'm gonna run into it at least one more time! With the internal heat mixing with the scent of sweets baked with cinnamon. I'll have to ask her later to take pictures of this beautiful holiday scene within the living room. Liz and the Paynes are all sitting in the living room. Hey guys. Inko, is it true you ordered a cheese? It's supposed to be a surprise for her. Oh. Thanks again, though. It's crazy getting one of those. Yeah, Olivia's gonna love it. Really, I feel like we should have pitched in more, though. Don't worry about it. It was my idea. Alright. Nice suit, by the way. Why, thank you. Damien nonchalantly takes the seat on the couch next to Liz and wraps an arm around her like it's no big deal. Yep! Damien looks at me and flickers his eyebrows. He knows what he's got. What a player. I should try that with Olivia. Miss Payne can't hide her excitement any longer. Aw, that's precious. My little boy's all grown up now. Mom. Now, Damien, it's your parents' God-given right to tease you. One day you'll be doing the same to your kids. Bah, you guys better not be like this all night. Where's Vinny when I need him? Vinny's with his karate team. They're having a big sleepover. Not risking our little rascal messing up anyone's outfits before their big night. Oh, Lord, yeah, the idea of acid on my evening gown, I'd just die. Damien sniffles dramatically. Oh, stop it! So, don't worry about Olivia. She's just getting ready. Mrs. Payne's voice carries a tone of worry with it. Turning to her, I see the older woman staring at Olivia's door. What is it, ma'am? She shakes her head with a smile, just shy of uneasy. Oh, nothing. I wanted to make the night extra special for her, so I decided to break out my old sewing machine. We were going to the tailor of the dress together, but... Another shake of the head. It's fine, Inko. Was it, though? What if it isn't? What could I even do if it wasn't? I nod and lean back, letting the small talk between everyone else continue. My concern only grows heavier as we wait, though. And inevitably, honk honk. That must be your ride. Oh dear, I'll go and hurry Olivia along then. My voice is quick to cut her off. I'll check, Mrs. Payne. All eyes are on me, all questioning why. I'll check. Damien, Liz, can you hold the driver for a bit? Damien flashes me a thumbs up and heads out, Liz's body following after. Don't take too long, okay? Her head departs at my nod. When I move to Olivia's door, her surrogate parents follow. Sorry, but could Olivia and I have some privacy? Please? Sophia almost protests, but thankfully Randy takes her hand. Better hurry, that driver won't wait too long. They walk into the kitchen quietly whispering to one another. My knuckles tap on the door just hard enough that Olivia had to hear it. Another couple taps. Olivia? My fingers wrap around the handle of the door and twist. Pushing the door open, I'm greeted by sheer blackness. Inko? The sound of my blood pumping is in my ear from Olivia's weak voice. Quick as lighting my hand finds the light switch and flicks it on, and I see... Hey! The relief is so powerful I have to steady myself with a hand on the wall. I don't know what I was expecting, but Olivia's okay, just... You're not dressed. Ah, wrong words. Olivia sits atop her bed, still in the clothes she wore today in school. Not the handmade dress that's on her wheelchair. It's eerily similar to a month ago how she's curled up in her sheets, with wadded up paper once again spread over her bed. The only difference this time is Guts, sitting in my spot and chewing idly on one of the pieces of paper. Olivia picks him up, nuzzling comfortingly into her plush pet. What's wrong, Olivia? The rat is set down with a heavy sigh and Guts scampers away. With my spot freed up, I sit next to Olivia. I pick up one of the crumpled pages and unwrap it. To call Mr. Latican a teacher is to be unflattering. He was above and beyond that. He was beloved to all. The next line is crossed out. The rest of the lines are crossed out. They're all variations of the same few phrases put together in every possible combination. The strike-throughs grow increasingly more aggressive with each line deemed unworthy. I pick up another sheet. It's the same thing. Each new page is just crossed out attempts to get the thoughts in her head onto the paper. Stop that. Olivia, are you okay? That's a stupid question. No, I'm fine. It's been months. I'm still not ready to say goodbye. Meanwhile, everyone else has moved on. Stupid, isn't it? I understand. You don't have to give a speech or anything if you don't want to. Olivia sags and sways her head until her head is laid softly on my shoulder. I feel her fingers intertwine with my own and finally allow her anxiety to escape with a heavy and slow exhale. The minute of tranquility is then shattered by a blaring horn. What is that? Ah, crap. I take my phone out to see the half-dozen texts from Damien and Liz, all of them expressing my need to hurry up. Go without us. Something came up. We're gonna do something else. Alright, take care. With that weight off our shoulders, I let my phone fall onto the bed next to us. I told them to go on ahead. God, Inko... I'm sorry. You don't need to apologize. No, you spent all that time getting ready, and Auntie even helped me with the dress, but I can't. I can't do anything. Come on, Olivia, don't worry about it. I don't need to go to the winter formal. I just want to spend time with you. And we can still do that. Still, I don't want to sit around here. Not again. Well, we could go out somewhere. Any ideas? Nothing comes to mind. We could just take a walk around and see what happens. The Christmas decorations ought to be in full swing now, if nothing else. It takes a few moments, but Olivia's eyes slowly begin to light up. Okay, that sounds a little fun. Besides, I'd hate to waste a night with you all gussied up like that. Her sultry grin grows as she eyes me up and down. I'm blushing. I can tell I'm blushing. Anyway, I'm sorry I couldn't do the same for you. It's fine. I'll find an excuse to make you wear it later. Hee hee. You want to go now? Yeah, could you help me up? Sure. Thanks. We're not going to the formal? Now I'm extra concerned. I stand up from the bed and bring over Olivia's wheelchair, helping her into it slowly. Let's go. Grabbing the chair from behind, I guide Olivia out of the room and through the deserted townhouse. On the metro, it's strangely emptier than normal. It's just Olivia and I in the car for once. Now that I think about it, everybody is going to be at the formal, so it really is just Olivia and I tonight in general. The metro gently sways us back and forth while we wait for my stop. I glance over at Olivia through my sunglasses. She's turned back, staring out the window, drifting through her own head as she repaints the world in her image. She does see things differently than most. It's a gift she should treasure more. Man, is this really okay? I get the feeling this is one of those things that she's always going to regret. Not that I should have forced her to go or anything. Still, I should probably try to do something about the situation, but what? Our stop is in another 8 minutes. My head fills with thoughts of an empty home, and I consider, is that where I should bring her? Some lonely, isolated place? Maybe. A slapdash plan forms in my head. It's pretty stupid, honestly. I'd be making it up as we go, but it'd be infinitely better than letting Olivia just hide away more. 5 minutes. Olivia doesn't seem to be paying attention. Her head is turned, her eyes focused on passing scenery through the window. She probably expects me to tell her when we're at my stop. I can tell the train slowing down just a bit more. so I stay silent and turn my head towards the window too. I guess she must be deep in thought, because even as the train stops at her station, she doesn't budge. It's the moment of truth. The doors slide wide open, and then they shut. The train continues. We're now in untested waters. The train takes us to an unknown destination. Hope it's a good one. After a few minutes, Olivia comes out of her reverie confused. Wasn't that our stop? Oh, was it? Whoops. Oh well. Oh, wait. Inko, it's going to be hours before it loops back around. Well, we can get off at the next stop and wait for a different train, or take a taxi back. No biggie. You don't seem that surprised. Well, I'm looking at it like an opportunity. We can go do something neat, something neither of us is expecting right now, right? Yeah, I guess. I think that would be cool, yeah. The metro starts slowing to a halt. I squeeze Olivia's hand. Adventure? Yeah, adventure. I gesture at the door in a polite lady's first manner. Then I start pushing her once she's away from the wall. The cold December air hits like a brick wall. Jeez, it's freezing. We exit the metro onto a carefully placed stone path. The district is enchanting. Older buildings of faded stone and brick with colorful lights casting them in a magical glow. Older but well kept. As we move along the cobblestone road, I feel as though Olivia and I had gotten off the train in another time period entirely. Gas lights decorated with tinsel replaced the modern street lamps that normally light up the sidewalks. The difference between this place and the rest of Volcadaria is night and day. It manages to invite an even cozier feeling to the holidays. Whoa. It's the city's old financial district turned into a tourist spot. Hard to believe that it's managed to stick around after all these years. You been here before? Dad took me once. So what do they do around here? Just some restaurants and shops and usual stuff that any tourist spot's gonna have. But I think there's a few small art exhibits around here too, if you want to see those. Sounds good to me. We continue walking down and admiring the district side by side. There's a few other dinosaur folk around the area, but it's noticeably clear that they're well wrapped for the sake of heat retention. Thick coats and puffy jackets were the primary apparel, and some added scarves and beanies to further aid in keeping warm. Even with it being purely for necessity, there's clearly a winter fashion scene to take advantage of. A small but noticeable chattering noise pauses my current train of thought. I look over to Olivia, who's doing her best to stop herself from vibrating in her chair. Only now does it dawn on me that Olivia's hoodie is the one thing that's shielding her from the frigid climate. Hold on a second. I quickly undo my coat and drape it over her. Thanks. It's worth getting my ass handed to me by Mr. Snow Miser if it means keeping her somewhat protected from the cold. Shall we? After a bit more walking, we find ourselves in front of a quaint bistro. Thinking about it, I am a bit hungry. There are a few tables inside, but the outdoor seating looks relatively open. And there's some heat lamps near each table. I gesture towards Olivia. Olivia glances over. She considers and gives a brief nod. When we enter, we share a mutual exhale as the warm embrace of modern air conditioning welcomes us. There's no line, but the tables are all occupied. The waitress behind the counter is sympathetic to Olivia's shivering, though, and offers us the patio table beside the largest heat lamp outside. Our order of burgers and fries was quickly made, and we're ushered into the warmest spot in front of the restaurant. The warm burger and heated light invigorate Olivia. I hadn't realized just how bad the cold weather affected her, and I feel relieved as I watch the color return to her scales. And as she recovers, so does her appetite. As I slide my plastic basket of fries to her, I notice that the little square has gotten more populated. Despite the cold, several dino families fill the remaining seats, some with food, some just taking advantage of the heaters. Something going on? I poke Olivia and gesture around. She shrugs. After a few more minutes, an oddly dressed group crosses to the middle of the square. Compared to everyone else, they're very underdressed for the weather. Wearing fur vests and oddly baggy shorts. There's 10 of them in total, a family of feathered raptors. Swallowing a mouthful of burger, I turn to Olivia to ask and see an excited grin on her face. You know them? Shh! Oh man, I forgot. It's Friday night. There's always some live performers here. Just watch. Whoosh! Whoa! That is kind of cool. An elder-looking dinosaur stands out front with a microphone. He must be the ringmaster? Good evening, everyone! It's truly magical frosty night out, so let's warm things up just a little bit for everyone. Each member is adorned with various hoops and juggling pins that light a blaze. So please gather close and let the Ashtail clan share a little fire with everyone. And I will introduce myself. I am Fire Master Alejandro. I assure you tonight is a very special show. They continue setting up. A sign is placed nearby with their socials on them. I do a quick search and whoa! With these kind of numbers, they must be quite the spectacle to garner an online audience of this size. Several children tug away from their parents and sit on a perimeter set with rope one of the members had laid out. It makes me just a bit nervous, but they're professionals, I hope. We begin with the traditional Batería del Fuego! A drum beat starts playing from a nearby amplifier. It's a steady, strong beat, no doubt meant as a metronome for the group. After a few seconds, the troupe begins dancing. Rods spun a flame, creating wheels of fire that they ran about the square. The crowd cheers as the embers sweep by them. The Fire Master, a grandfatherly-looking dino, is the wildest of them all. He wields a pair of chains, the ends of which are ablaze, and he spins them about with reckless abandon. That man alone is a veritable firestorm among the rest of this troupe, even going as far as to let the fireballs bounce off his body to create more unique flaming shapes. The steak fries sit abandoned as Olivia is entranced by the live performers, her silver eyes wide as she takes in a particular performer as he twirls about with flaming fans. Actually, looking at all the performers, they're all raptors. It's a family troupe. Shh! Indeed, all 10 fire dancers look to be a single large family, though there were still some minor differences between them, the biggest one being small flourishes in their vest and prop. The tempo of the beat hastens, and the spiraling fire dancers move around their elder more swiftly. Then, all at once, the drumming halts, and the performers bring their fiery props to a halt before them. The older leader's chains swing straight up, the twin fireballs hanging over him for a split second. The blazing orbs descend, and... Boosh! All the raptors exhale into their props as the fireballs crash into the earth, creating a great gout of flame upwards in facsimile of a bomb blast. The fire recedes, and the members of the troupe regroup, the ringleader once more taking front and center. There's applause. A lot of applause. I didn't even realize I was clapping wildly until I felt my palms sting. The elder dino motions for the crowd to quiet down, and once we are all silent, he makes to speak. Thank you, thank you. His accent is thick, and his tone gravelly, further showing his age. For those of you who are new to us, we are the Ashtail clan, the Ashtail family. The other 9 members hoot together, blowing small flame pillars. We have been in these mountains since time immemorial. He saunters around the open square, casually twirling his chain as though there weren't a softball-sized fire at the end of it. Generation upon generation we have entertained visitors to Volcadera. I, Alejandro Ashtail, am the 7th head of the family. He pauses to let the crowd take in the information and then struts back to his family. There's murmurs, and even the other performers look confused as he wraps an arm around one of the female performers and moves back to the center with her. This is my granddaughter, Miquela. Alejandro pushes the young woman forward, a shorter and more lanky raptor compared to the stocky leader. She looks to be about our age. Greetings, my friends. Tonight is a very special show for another reason. It marks the 25th year I have led this group. It is quite a lot, is it not? Hard to tell when you're getting gray hairs when so much of it tends to singe right off. He pauses for a chuckle from the crowd. However, the sands of time stop for no one. So, that being said, it is time I step out of the spotlight and give the new generation their time to bask in it. And as I take my leave, it is a great honor for me to declare that she will be joining the ranks proper. I have taught her everything she knows, and I am proud of her. So please, welcome her in and expect great things from her, for she will be inheriting the title tonight. Que? The entire family is whispering to one another now. This isn't staged? Ah, Miquela, you are of age now. 25 years ago to this day, my own granddaughter had bestowed upon me these chains of leadership on this... Oh, grandfather, my bad. My own grandfather had bestowed upon me these chains of leadership on this very spot. The crowd oos. And on this, my 25th year of performing, I find that you are ready, my granddaughter. The chains finally stop spinning, Alejandro now holding and presenting them to the crowd, and then his granddaughter. Go on, the crowd, she awaits. Miquela hesitates, her hand shying away from the chain as though it will burn her. She looks nervous. Grandpa, this is... I know you are ready for this, sweetie. He looks her in the eye, and his once bombastic tone is now more soothing. You have devoted your life to our traditions, absorbing all of the lessons in earnest. You have that fire inside you, just like the fire that I am giving to you now. The Fire Master turns to the crowd with a gigantic grin, his voice larger than life. Do you agree, my friends? A thunder of cheers and clapping echo, the crowd fully invested in the family ritual taking place. Someone starts chanting her name, and soon enough, even Olivia and I are chanting with them. Miquela! Miquela! Our voices invigorate her. With a loud and triumphant whoop, Miquela takes the chains from her grandfather. The balls of flame spin once more, far more wildly, as she hollers uproariously along with the crowd. Yes, Miquela, now go! It is your show to run now. The old dino meanders back with the rest of the family, taking up Maquilla's abandoned baton before taking a seat amongst the crowd near us. My friends, it is with great honor as I lead the 8th head of the Ashtails. The other 8 performers once more exhale tall pillars of flame. Let the show continue! With a graceful somersault, a new drum beat blares through the speaker, and the dancers begin to move with their flaming props. A new member moves with elegance. She's clearly had a lot of practice. That Grandpa. Whoa, hey, what was that? What was what? Your smile just faltered, I saw it. In the corner of my eye. What's up? Aren't you observant? I just feel for him a bit. The Fire Master? Why? In a way, it's kind of sad. The great Alejandro will retire, and his granddaughter will take his place. What's he going to be doing for the rest of his life? He loves this job, and he just retired. He's never going to do it again. He's going to enter his twilight years and know the best is behind him. Is that what you think? It's what I worry about. Olivia looks back to the show. The newest member dances elegantly. The performers laugh and hoot in the square with the new leader of the troupe. Compared to her grandfather, she's far more energetic. Her flourishes and sweeps are far faster than Alejandro's. But even still, for snippets of seconds, I would see some worry cross Maquilla's face, questioning herself or her movement or something. The look would vanish, though, when another of the troupe would pass her by, whisper something to her, or perform a duet move with her to help correct her. Taking the show now, it feels less refined compared to the first act, but also more real and vibrant. The Fire Master claps along and laughs to himself, giving a reassuring thumbs up. Olivia looks to the old man, lost in thought. Well, maybe there's a little truth there, but, I mean, look at him. Does he look sad? No, he looks like it's the best day of his life. He's really happy for his granddaughter. His granddaughter that he taught everything she knows. Everything he learned from his father. One day the torch was passed to him, and he upheld that legacy he inherited for years and years. He had an amazing career, and he raised her so he could trust her. And now she's ready to do that all herself. Again, it's a matter of trust. You don't think someone as old as he is able to tell? It's like an old tradition, you know? Only a poet could appoint another poet. Things change, people change, but a talent, or a craft, it has to be passed down, or else even the little things become impossible to do. Alejandro knew his craft well enough to perform for 20 years, and look at Maquilla, she's performing just as well as he did. He knows better than us, Inko, so I don't think he's wrong for wanting to pass on his legacy. To pass along everything you know like that to someone you love, it's to grant that person their purpose. That's why he's happy. Life's full of uncertainties. To raise someone up to take your own place is one of the biggest challenges. Moving forward with no fear of the future at all, making it so even the apprentice can become a master and pass on what she knows just the same. That biggest challenge turns into a great blessing. To keep going, even when it burns. Always moving to a final victory. And in the end, he won. I wipe the tear from her eye. She leans into my hand. Somewhere in there, something changed. He started referring to 2 people. I want to tell her, but she knows. I think I'm ready. Inko! I got it! You got what? I really can't explain it right now. It's more of a feeling. It's like a flame. We need to get back to... What are you waiting for? Let's go! She yanks my arm and starts burning rubber towards the direction we came from. Olivia, go where? The formal, dummy! What? She races back off towards the metro station before I can even finish my question. Wait! The eulogy? I take off after, and the uneven cobblestone making catching up very difficult. As I pass the propped-up sign, I stop, yanking a 20 from my wallet and dropping it into the tip bar for the Ashtails. The little girl standing by it beams at me with a toothy grin. I'll melt later. Can't get distracted. Where is she? Aha! I catch up to her, still speeding towards the metro station. Is there still time? It's almost 9. There's time! We can make it! Should we run back to get your dress? Olivia stops and skids to face me. It's the other way, we can't. Both of our heads jerk sideways to the boutique we stopped in front of. Our hearts skip a beat. In the distance, the familiar sound of the metro's arrival. We have maybe a minute. You got $200. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Come on. Olivia drags me into the store, scanning for anything she'd find acceptable. What kind of dress do you want? I don't know anything about dresses! Shit, okay, what's your favorite color? Green! The fuck do you think? Of course it is! Shut up! You know this fashion shit, you pick something! Okay. Time slows as I scan the shelves, cataloging all possible dresses in sight. There's about 3 green dresses on display. The lime hardburst wiggle dress that looks something I'd hurl on, the Grande Verde classic wrap dress aged faster than the wine-guzzling winch that made it, which leaves the newer Little True's deep green dragon perch kimono. This is a little... Yes, it's beautiful, I'll take it! I toss it over to her and she catches it. With the dress in tow, Olivia wastes zero time and speeds right out the door with enough force to nearly knock me off my feet. I have to stop the shop owner from giving chase by hastily handing her 2 Benjamins. Sorry about that, keep the change, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays! Olivia's still ahead, trying to put the dress on already and still move forward towards the metro station. We're right there. Lift your tail! She understands and quickly shifts her tail in an upright position right before I grab her handles and keep rushing forward. Right as the doors start closing, I muster all the strength I have in me to boost Olivia into the cabin. I manage to throw myself inside before the door could close on my foot. I slide Olivia to the side and stop myself on the armrest of the opposing seats. I'm left breathless. The heck you out of breath for? It's tense! Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I finish catching my breath and sit in the seat normally. Olivia moves into her spot and keeps struggling to put her dress on. She tosses me her hoodie. How does this even work? Olivia waves the kimono around for a signaling flag, confused as to what goes where. Here, let me help you out. I bought a smoking jacket a while back. Shouldn't be too dissimilar to wearing one of these, I think. A smoking jacket? I didn't think you smoked. I don't. Just thought it would be cool to have. I help Olivia off of her wheelchair and onto the metro seat, since that should make the process easier. It takes a bit of trial and error and a quick snoot tube tutorial, but we eventually get the Nad Gab Juban and kimono on. I totally aced that pronunciation. Fuck you for making fun of me right at the end there! After making sure all the knots are tied securely and her tail is poking out of her accommodating slit on the back of the dress, I help Olivia back in her wheelchair. Oh, that's fucking cute. Well, how do I look? I take a good look at Olivia in her dress. Even though this was last minute, she still manages to take my breath away. You look beautiful. You're just saying that. I am, and it's the truth. Wait, do you still have the tickets? I reach in my back pocket and pull them out, offering her to see. She takes one and stares at it intensely in her hand as though it were gold. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. She glances up at the terminal. Terminal, 9:30. We can make it. It'll be close. The speeds might go a bit over the limit, but we can make it in the last minute. Okay? Olivia starts hyping herself up. Her lips move, but no words come out. Olivia's head would occasionally bob in approval or shake in disapproval, too. There's a heavy tension building in my chest. The LED clock display in the carriage looks like it's going thrice as fast. Can't tell if time is going too fast or our train is going too slow. For the whole ride, she speaks silently to herself, probably rehearsing the new speech she just pieced together. Man, I love seeing her like this. With my phone, I check Gurgle for the fastest way to the convention center. We're cutting it really close, made worse by my discovery. While I don't want to disrupt her concentration, we have to transfer lanes at the central station. Olivia is still lost in her rehearsal as I push her out of the train and race to the full railway station. I curse the building's layout, the second line having been built what feels like miles as I try to get us to it. At last I see it, a sign directing me to exactly to where the convention center tram is, downstairs. With a silent curse, I beeline for the nearest elevator, Olivia's wheelchair becoming an incidental plow as we push through the late-night crowd. The elevator door looks positively ancient, but that doesn't matter. My full palm slaps at the button roughly as even more adrenaline pumps through my veins. Right now, I feel a sort of hyper-awareness, the rest of the world going at a snail's pace as I repeatedly jab the button. When the doors finally lurch open, I practically shove Olivia through, startling her from her thoughts at last. Inko! We're gonna make it! We're gonna make it! We're gonna make it! Inko! All at once, I feel my energy plateau. Slumping heavily against the handlebars of Olivia's wheelchair, my body finally registers how hard I pushed it. With a gasp, I'm floored completely, my lower body feeling excessively heavy as the muscles within my legs wail in pain. When the elevator doors reopen, Olivia thankfully wheels herself out. I hang on to her handlebars while I drag my feet after her. The transferring train is here, thankfully. We're gonna make it, Olivia. You said that already. Inko, are you alright? She peers back at me over her shoulder. I simply smile and wipe the sweat from my brow with my sleeve. Getting aboard the new train, I allow myself to collapse in the seat by Olivia. Olivia keeps looking at me with her moonshade silver eyes filled with worry. My only response is a tired smile and thumbs up. The second metro line goes just as fast as the first. 9:45. I don't dare interrupt Olivia here. She continues smashing all the right pieces together in her head. It's not just a speech. It's an all-new part of her she's suddenly awakened to. Inko. I glance over. She offers a hand and I take it. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. I gently grasp her hand for the rest of the metro ride. It's too cute! Eventually we pulled into the station. We're here. 9:57. It's right outside, a straight shot to the front door. The door's open, and a few couples starting exiting. That's fine. People leave these things early all the time. A tinge of fear mars on Olivia's face. I give her a reassuring smile and start pushing her out past the inflow. The convention center is just up ahead, covered in what must be hundreds of feet worth of sparkling fairy lights. The 10-foot-tall Christmas tree stands near the entrance, toppled with a star that pierces the night sky. I turn the corner into the parking lot and... the chatter of milling couples entering cars or walking past us to the metro. My pace slows to a walk. We can't have been that late, could we? There should be a few minutes left to spare. There should be. As more couples trickle out the door, a tired figure stands at the door. It's Ben. He's holding the door open for a few more couples. I stop in front of him, and when he notices, he stops and stares. Ben, what? What are you two doing here? It's over. Go home. We need to do cleanup. But the formal, it ends at 10. Ben raises an eyebrow. Everyone should still be in there, just getting ready to leave. I peek past Ben. The place is nearly empty. We needed to be out by 10. It's 2 minutes past. No. Look, Ben, it took some time, but trust me, we got it. We can call everyone back, use a speaker or something. Just let Olivia do a last-minute speech. A last-minute speech? Are you fucking kidding me? Olivia, you made a commitment, and you failed. Again. Like always, you throw this pity party for yourself and someone else has to pick up your slack. You couldn't even drop the act for Latican? Well then, Olivia, you won. You abandoned Latican so you could run away with your boyfriend and pretend nothing ever happened. Congrats. Dude, holy shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? I get up in his face. Olivia tugs softly on my sleeve to pull me back. He sighs. I'm not getting worked up over this. You got a speech? Okay, let me hear it. I'll be your audience, No. Thrilling. I'm moved to tears. Ben, what's gotten into you? Nothing. Just leave me for the night, okay? And Olivia. Stop looking at me like that. He takes a step back and lets the doors close. I feel Olivia's consistent tug on my sleeve. A deep exhale. It's not worth it. The walk back to the metro is silent. From us, at least. The chatter from the couples around us is lively. Tales of a night well spent. How fun it was. Impromptu plans being made to visit each other's place for the night. But Olivia's just left out of it. She was so excited before. It's like someone clipped her wings. Someone. Not letting that guy live this down. A heavy gloom hangs above Olivia's head. Sitting silently in the empty car with her, any previous words I had to help are simply gone. Instead, I lean closer to her, my hand finding one of hers that's balled up tightly in her dress. My fingers softly unwrap hers, carefully disentangling them from the soft cloth in her grip. Her head tilts upright just enough that I can see the fresh tears trailing down her cheeks. Once again, I take my face in my hand, take her face in my other hand, my thumb wiping away one track of tears from her. A sorrowful smile spreads across her lips, small and feeble, on the verge of breaking. Rising from the seat just enough, I bring myself closer to Olivia. The hug is awkward and shaky from the rocking of the train car, but I keep tight hold of her, cradling her head against my chest. Olivia's tears soak into my suit jacket, already ruined from our failed attempt to get to the formal. I couldn't care less for the damn thing, though. All that matters right now is being here for Olivia. My front door opens easily enough as I slowly wheel Olivia into my home. I don't know who is more tired, but I know for a fact I'm in need of a change of clothes. Olivia? She simply responds with a non-committal grunt. I need to change out of this. Another grunt. With a gentle sigh, I set Olivia's hoodie on her lap. I'll take you to the guest room so you can change too, okay? A third grunt, but with a nod. After I bring the girl to the guest room on the ground floor, I scale my stairs slowly. Once away from Olivia, I finally feel the full weight of my exertions tonight. My arms feel leaden, my legs a wobbly jelly. The want to just collapse in sleep drops violently on my shoulders. But I find the strength to haul myself into my room. It's a struggle to remove the sweat-soaked cloth from my body. Removing the undershirt almost made me slam face first into the wall. Inko? Wah! Ow. The cold, hard wood of my floor feels amazing on my scalding hot back, even if my tailbone feels bruised. Olivia is kneeling in the doorway, back in her usual hoodie. Seeing her concerned look helps to dull the pain. I'm fine. Good. She shuffles further in my room, her eyes rovering over my walls thoroughly. I consider standing, but my legs could use some reprieve. So I simply reach for the clean shirt I'd set aside and slide it on swiftly. Nice room. Thanks. My knees ache terribly as I shuffle after Olivia, uncaring about how it may ruin my dress slacks. Olivia plants herself at the foot of my bed, and I take the spot next to her. Her hand finds mine immediately, and her head lays on my shoulder. We simply sit and relax like that. The stress from it all oozes off me as Olivia nuzzles against me. It's an odd sort of silent serenity that settles on us. No sound at all except of how breathing, each puff of air taking with it more and more of our worldly troubles. Inko? Her voice is soft and steady. I'm sorry. About tonight. It's all my fault. I lean my head against hers and shake it in rejection of her statement. It's fine, Olivia. I don't blame you for anything Ben said. But if I had realized sooner... I shake my head again. What matters is you figured it out. And I'm sure that Mr. Latican... Her breathing hitches at his name. I mean, you understand what's important. Yeah? Her head bob of agreement presses her silky hair against my cheek. What matters now is that we're together and enjoying the rest of the night, okay? She bobs her head again, and I can feel her anxious sigh escape her. So, what do you want to do? We could watch movies, or maybe I can show you some photos, or... Inko. I pause to hear out what she wants. I'd just like to stay here, with you. Of course. Another pause. But, what is it? Just name it, Olivia, and I'll do my best. Well, could you turn the lights off? The lights? Those lights, the ones with the switch all the way at the back of my doorway? My legs are practically cinder blocks now with how heavy they feel. But if that's what she wants, of course. Sheer brutal agony laces through my sore leg, but I manage to get to my feet. I swear I hear snickering at it as I slowly shuffle to the light switch. Must be my imagination. Once I manage to get to the wall, it's a simple matter of flick the switch off and douse my room in evening darkness. There's a gasp from Olivia, and I can just manage to turn without collapsing on myself. Olivia? Stars, Inko. Stars? In the dim moonlight filtering into my room, I see Olivia's head turned towards my windows. Huh. No wonder they made the suburbs out here. I guess? Olivia shifts back to her knees and moves towards my window. Wow. You like stargazing? My dad used to take me out. The nebulas I saw back then, those colors, they've always stuck with me, swirling around in my thoughts. Managing the steps needed to reach the window, I stand next to Olivia and look through the window. It's a clear night sky, with the moon only a quarter waning. I'd never consider it, but these new suburbs don't have too much light pollution. Unlike Olivia's neighborhood. How long has it been since you've seen the night sky like this? My legs finally reach their tipping point, and I find myself collapsing into my desk chair. And my arm lands on my desk. When my arm lands on my desk, my hand lands on something. Oh, it's my camera. Say, Olivia. Huh? Would you like a better view of the sky here? I find my tripod and search my desk for my biggest camera lens. After some practice setup, the camera is pointed right out my window and aimed at the cosmos above, and then the whole thing is connected to my computer. Presto, our very own observatory. The screen fills with the beautiful, high-definition feed from the camera. I slide in my computer chair to show Olivia. Whoa! Want to come see? I move to get out of the chair so she can have a turn. But in a flash of movement betraying her tired exterior, Olivia forced herself into the chair right on my legs. Feeling her weight press into me is nice. It's really nice. I carefully aim the tripod, bit by bit, aiming at the various sights in the sky. We see a distant nebula swirling around in blue and purple. It's only barely visible, but it's there. I should paint something like that this time. I bet that'd be really pretty. I don't think I could do it justice. You don't think so? I'd like to see you give it a shot. I catch something in the stream for just a second. Hold it. Slowly now. I know I just saw something. Whoa. Is that... I think it is. A shooting star, up close for us to see. Nobody else in the city gets to see this. You want to make a wish? Olivia thinks to herself and turns her head to look at me. You saw it first. Are those the rules? Alright. A wish. Okay, think fast. I wish things will turn out okay. That sounds good. For some reason, I always think you're supposed to pray a bit when you do this. Oops. I look away from the monitor and smile at Olivia. So? I don't want to tell you. Besides, I think it's already coming true. Olivia rolled her eyes, though the screen lit up her smile too. Feeling her snuggle further into me, we continued looking at the celestial bodies that hung over us. My arms wrapped around her midriff, holding her as close as possible. That's how we spent the night together. Just us and the stars and nothing else in the world. The purr reverberating from Olivia and through my chest slowly soothed us both to sleep. Yes, that wish is coming true. A month has passed since that night. I held Olivia, she held me, and things were okay, just for a while. After everything she'd been through, Olivia needed something to lift this burdening weight from her shoulders. Thankfully, the next day marked the beginning of winter break, and we ended up spending most of it together. Most of the time, it was just hanging out at each other's houses, watching shows and playing games. She even taught me how to get guts to perform tricks. It was simplistic, but those intimate moments with her were memories I'll cherish for as long as I live. I even got to spend Christmas and New Year's with her and the Payne family. It was the closest thing to having a real family I've experienced in years. In those 2 weeks, I never felt more connected to Olivia. Time marches on, though, and the future draws closer day by day. The first semester ended last week, and this week, along with the new syllabuses for this semester, we've also been given our college prep packets, along with a number of different application forms. There's so many that my cramped backpack can't fit them. Looking through the various sheets, I feel confident in most of my choices, most of which are within the city, and I hope... Oh, there's my stop. Holding the 2 overfilled folders to my chest, I make my exit and head for my usual destination. Minding the numerous papers in my arms, I gently push the door open to the Payne residence. It's open! I know, Randy, thanks. The head of the house and Vinny are at the dining room table working on his homework together. Hey, Inky! Livia's in the room! Vinny, stay focused. Thanks, Vinny. I ruffle the little dino's hair as I pass him by. Pushing through my girlfriend's bedroom door, I come to see her. Gal, look who it is! It's perfectly fine for me to ignore your iframes. In one shot, you got some bullshit oversized turd-looking sword! Raging once again at one of her laptop games. If it makes you angry, why don't you just switch to another game? No! I'm almost enjoying my anger! She snorts and shuts the game off, twisting around so I can hug her on her bed. Hey, Nico. Hey. Olivia sweeps her laptop aside to give me room. I allow my backpack to drop to the floor and set one of the overpacked folders on Olivia's lap. She groans and flops backwards. Come on, Inko, it's Friday! It's Thursday, actually. That isn't coursework, though. Olivia sits back up and checks the folder. Then what is... Oh, these. Leaning over, I pull out her actual classwork from my backpack and set the sheets on her lap. Yeah, it's actually starting to pile up. It's a bit of work getting your teachers to pass the stuff along to me. It's probably a week's worth of stuff this time. Groovy. Do we really need to? Yes. Come on, I know most of this stuff, so it'll be a cinch. I'll get the first assignment out and use a binder as a clipboard, ready to start. The first assignment was just some busy work with crossword puzzles involving state capitals. While Olivia lazily drags her mechanical pencil across the page filling it out, I bring it up. I miss you. At school. It's not the same without you around. The school's been back in session for nearly a month now. At first, Olivia was eager to return, then she just skipped a day, and then 2 days in a week. This entire last week, she's just been absent. Ever since that night, she's just lost more and more motivation to graduate. It's the least I can do to stop it. I'm willing to help her here. Damien and Liz miss you too. Sorry. I'll probably go tomorrow. Probably? Olivia, I'm worried for you. You're right at the finish line. It scares me seeing you get senioritis like this. It's not senioritis. Well, it sort of is. She does a little hand gesture and sighs. I just don't see the point. Nothing I'm going to do benefits from a high school diploma. Right? I don't think that's true. You can't be too sure of anything. Olivia blows air out of her nose. I place a hand on Olivia's shoulder. Please, Olivia, just do this for me. She stares back, a tinge of fear in her eyes. All right. Just for you. I'll consider it. Thanks. We keep working away at the pile of assignments. A few papers in, Olivia thinks to boot up her laptop and play some ambient metal for us. She occasionally asks my opinion on a song, self-conscious if I like it or not. At a point, Mr. Payne lets us know he's heading out to do some errands. This is pretty nice, getting to teach Olivia what she'd missed in our classes and keeping her up to speed. Dare I say the schoolwork is even relaxing. Less so the busy work, more so that we're together. About halfway in and an hour later, there's a loud knock at the door. That doesn't sound like anyone here's knock. You can tell? Yeah. Could be a package delivery. I'll go get it then. I give Olivia's shoulder a little rub while I get up. She tries nipping my sleeve. It's still pretty cold out, so I shouldn't take too long to get it. If it is a package, there may be something that's not good to leave out. I open the door. Oh, fuck, it's Ben. Uh-oh. Hey, Inko. Instantly, my enthusiasm is drained. What is it? He's starting to shiver in the freezing, huddling to himself. Look, Inko, can I come in for a minute? No. What do you want? He sighs. Listen, I know things didn't go well when we last talked. We didn't leave on good terms. I'm here because of Olivia. Why is she not coming to school? None of your business. She needs to keep her grades up. I feel my lips instinctively curl my expression into a grimace. What? Fuck off, dude. No, this is serious. Why the hell do you think that... Why the hell do you think this is something you need to be involved with? I'm working on it. Are you... She's about to lose her eligibility for graduation. She's gonna flunk out. My fingers dig into the wood of the doorway. I had figured, but she hasn't missed that many. Olivia's completed all the assignments, and... How close? Dangerously close. Close enough that I got the memo. What do I do, then? We need to convince her to go back. Some people keep letting her get away with it by handing her pity points, but there should be no excuse when the situation is this dire. What do you mean by some people? Inko, it's obvious that you're the only one encouraging her to fall further into the abyss. If you keep enabling her to slack off, she's never going to improve. You have to know on some level I know you know I'm right. So if you're not going to do anything about it in a meaningful way, then I'll tell her myself. Ben has the audacity to try to walk past me, but I shut him down with a firm hand to the chest. Why can't you get the idea, Ben? Olivia wants nothing to do with you. I'm trying to do what's best for her. Ben starts yelling at the top of his lungs. Olivia! Please, just hear me out. I'm just trying to help you. Ben, stop. Please let me talk to you. Stop! Stay away from us before you make things even worse. Ben stands there, unable to form any more words. Well, for a while, I can't either. You psycho. Outside Olivia's room, I tread, turning the doorknob. If I'm lucky, she just cranked up the music that whole time and thinks that was just a delivery. It's a nice little fantasy. I know better than that, though. The music's already turned off. She turned it down when I opened the door. I sigh and open up. Olivia's huddled on the bed, holding her knees tight. All my work is crumpled and torn and cast aside off of her bed. Damn it. I was close. Olivia. Sorry. I can't. I ignore the sound of the paper being crushed beneath my foot. My arm slowly wraps around Olivia, drawing her to my chest in a gentle hug. Though her wobbling gasps of breath, she whimpers a mantra of apologies. We were so close. I think. Biting back a frustrated growl, I instead focus entirely on comforting Olivia. We were managing, at least. Today would have been the day, but Ben. With a clearing shake of my head, I return my attention to Olivia, who has finally quieted down. Olivia. Her arms hold her legs more tightly. It'll be fine, Olivia. Her arms ease. We'll figure things out. I promise we'll figure things out. The rest of the school year is a blur to me. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months. It didn't even hit me that I was graduating until the day finally came. Being handed my diploma, shaking Scalar's hand, it felt almost surreal. It was the moment that I had been anticipating the entire year, and I finally achieved it. Although, it didn't quite feel as fulfilling knowing Olivia was sitting with the audience rather than beside me. Regardless, I don't have the time to dwell on the past. I need to worry about our future, and that means supporting her. I didn't even bother to check where the acceptance letter had come from, only that it was still here in Volcadera. It was simply a matter of going through the motions, filling a schedule, talking with counselors, and choosing whatever programs. The content didn't matter, just the need to get somewhere for both of us. The late March rain patters on my windshield. Pollen is going to start being a problem soon. Man, I can't wait to just relax. Today sucked! Between the yelling, almost getting hit by a car, all the running everywhere, I'm exhausted. I think of Olivia, and, yeah, it's all worth it. I can't wait to get back home. Spring break finally rolled around. All my coursework is finished and submitted just in time, and I even had the time to compose cordial well wishes to all my professors. That leaves all my responsibilities ticked off my mental bucket list. The next 2 weeks are completely open for the two of us to enjoy. It's been a while since we were able to go do something somewhere. Maybe I should plan something romantic. Maybe something to get some real fresh air and take advantage of the weather before I end up getting congested. Like camping. That'd be a lot of fun. I entertained myself with these thoughts the rest of the way home. The lo-fi hip-hop station currently playing helped a lot too. Olivia's recently gotten into it and wanted me to give it a listen. Gotta say, it's pretty good. Finally, I arrive at my flat. It's a smaller, cozier place, not that I can't afford something more luxurious. It's just something that spoke to Olivia and I. I shift the car into park and pull the key from the ignition, sighing in relief. A small staircase later, and I'm at the front door, unlocking it quickly and stepping inside. It's quiet as usual. Olivia's usually working around this time, too. I quietly push her door open. She sat quietly in front of her drawing tablet, carefully painting a dramatic landscape. The colors of a digital screen shine off of her visage, tinting her gentle smile with all sorts of exotic colors. I caught her at a good time. She looked stunning. Seeing her hard at work combined with the ambient lighting in the room is a painting all of its own. When she sees me, in the corners of her mouth pick up, and I see a bit of that sparkle in her eyes. She waves to me and mouths out a silent message. I made club sandwiches. Yours is in the fridge. I return the thumbs up. I'll be out in a bit. Let me wrap up. Gently, I shut the door to not make a sound. Sorry about that, guys. I'll need to start wrapping up soon, so... Our kitchen gets a decent amount of use, but it is kept pretty tidy. Every now and again, when I see some culinary doodad, I pick it up for Olivia. I open the fridge. Inside is a leftover pizza box, a half-gallon of milk, a stray can of soda, and some dwindling bags of fruit. I guess Olivia used the last of our actual food for lunch. I'll need to go shopping soon. And of course the sandwich Olivia made, wrapped up all fancy for me. There's even an olive spiked to the top of the toothpick. Looks good. I grab the soda and shut the door. Ordinarily, I'd sit at the table, but the couch is too inviting to my sore back. Olivia should be done with her stream soon. Maybe I should rent a movie or something. Before I take the first bite of my sandwich, the bedroom door creaks open. In the corner of my eye, I watch as my girlfriend tries to surreptitiously sneak towards me on hands and knees. While she has miniature gator skin bags beneath her eyes, I can clearly see that mischievous glimmer in her mirror-like irises. Pretending not to notice her, I chew on my delicious sandwich meat until I feel a sharp tug on my wrist. Her jaw is wrapped around it, gently gnawing on my limb. She lets go once I look at her. I keep my hand held out so she can take it. Once she does, it's a simple matter of drawing her up and onto the couch beside me. She sniffs the air and follows the smell to my club, which she also nips at. Hey, give me some! One bite. Ah, one human bite. Heh. She crunches off the other end and I follow up with my next bite. It's good. Olivia's cooking is always wonderful. She's definitely upset about something. Hey, got something got you down? You seem low energy. Nah, don't worry about it. Just some heckler when I was wrapping up the stream. Don't worry about it. How was your day? Oh man, it was nuts. I barely had time to finish my last assignment to avoid homework. All the other students were in a rush too. Then there was some stupid bug with the submission website. Really exhausting day. And some prick nearly rear-ended me with his pickup. But I did get my schedule cleared. This spring break is all ours. Aw, nice. How was your day? Oh, I, just streamed. All day? Nice. Have you reached 5,000 followers? Yeah, I did. That's nice. Hopefully her career really takes off soon. Truthfully, I worry for her a bit. Oh yeah? I was thinking we could arrange a day out sometime, go on a little vacation during the break. Oh yeah? Yeah, does that sound like fun? Come on, we need to get out more. We went out last week. Okay, I get your point. Yeah, it sounds fun. Where do you want to go? A park maybe? I still don't know what's around here. Well, there's a few public parks around. It'll be like when we saw the Bluffs. Oh, you know what? We haven't ever gone back to Volcadera. We live in Volcadera, you dork. I meant the city. We should go check it out. I bet the Paynes would love to have us over. Olivia flinches. What'd he say? A little trip down memory lane? Come on, it's only been a year. I think it'd be fun to feel the coastal breeze again. Not yet. Olivia fidgets. I don't want the Paynes to see me yet. Why not? When I left, I didn't leave on the best of forms. I could tell they were unsure if I'd ever make something of myself and make things work for me. Heck, I wanted to prove before I left. But now it's been a whole year, and what do I have to show? I don't even make enough to cover my share of rent. Olivia. My hand lays atop hers and curls over her fingers. Would Randy or Sophia care? Well, come on, we both know they'd just love to see you again. Her fidgeting eases and a smile crept slowly on her lips. Yeah, I guess. I'll shoot him a text later, okay? She looks up and nods happily. And after that, then, I don't know. How about camping? I could look into local campsites. That sounds nice, yeah. Alright. Hey, you up for a movie or something? She nods. Using the remote, I browse for something decent. Oh, they added a bunch of old kaiju movies. Nice. We finally settle in for a night of cheesy rubber suit monster movies. At some point, Olivia's tail had wrapped around my waist and bodily dragged me to her. Slowly, the sun fades down, leaving us only illuminated by the television screen. I'm sorry, Inko. For what? Well, my arm wrapped around her shoulders pulls her as close as possible. For everything. With a derisive snort, I shake my head. You haven't done anything to be sorry for, Olivia. Exactly. I've done nothing. Even in the dustiness of the room, I can see her hurt-filled eyes. I plant the most caste of kisses on her nose, eliciting a giggle from her. I wouldn't say that. You've done so much more than you know. For me, goes unsaid. But Olivia gets the message and her head sinks into my chest. It's a bit difficult to pull my phone out with Olivia's tail in the way, but I manage. Sophia, would you like to have lunch or something tomorrow? What are you doing? Sending that text. Oh, absolutely, sweetie. We haven't heard a thing from either of you for so long. Why don't we get brunch? How about a brunch with the Pains around, Liv? Okay. It's been a while since I had Auntie's waffles, after all. Brunch sounds good. Wonderful. Remember, brunch! I accept the automatic schedule update on my phone and I let it drop onto the couch cushion and return to our movie marathon. I always love seeing the old cinematography tricks in action. Olivia's enjoying the cheesy battles. Well, we both are enjoying that part. It's made even better after I order a pizza. At some point, Olivia falls asleep leaning against me. I find it hard to stay awake, too. Oh, the morning sun greets us as we exit the flat together. I take the moment to bask in its warmth, breathing deeply the crisp spring air. Achoo! Excuse you, Inko. My hand is quick to rub my nose clear of any pollen. Sorry, Liv. Anyway, where are we heading first? Olivia ponders it as she wheels herself to the car. She sways idly in her chair, really considering where we'd spend the morning. Finally, she speaks up when I hold the door open for her. Well, Auntie Soph said it'd be brunch. Got a couple of hours. Olivia climbs into the passenger seat carefully as I hold her wheelchair for her. It's become second nature at this point to collapse the chair and store it safely in the back seat. I, kind of wanted to take a trip down memory lane. Memory lane. Got it. Got the directions? Now in the driver's seat, Olivia has her phone out and connected to the car's older radio. The old financial district first, then. With a nod, I shift the car into reverse and carefully back out of our parking space. Once we're on the road proper, Olivia sets the tone of our trip. Song is fast and upbeat, and with just a hint of Pakinese. Glancing at her, I see that she's checked out completely, her eyes cast on the passing view through her window. She won't be for too long, thankfully, since getting back home is easy if you know which back roads to take. As we pass through the congested section of downtown, Olivia lowers the music and speaks up. Inko? I turn to her and see her face pressed to the window. What is it? That building. The one right there. Looking to where she's pointing, I see an older building that's vaguely familiar. After I squint at it for way too long, Olivia supplies the answer. It's the old arcade. Her voice is low. Taking a closer look at the building, I finally realize why I couldn't recognize it. The paint looks fresh and there's a different sign above it. Oh, it must have been bought by someone. Yeah. Do you want to check it out? We've got the whole day after all. The heavy traffic of the main road, Olivia has the time to consider deeply. Finally, she sighs and shakes her head. It's too early anyway. In fact, I think it's too early for Old Townie, too. I doubt anything interesting will be open. Oh. Well, any other places you want to see, then? The light ahead finally changes and we start down the street again, but Olivia's eyes never leave the old arcade building. It's when even I can't see it from the rearview window that Olivia decides. I'd like to see the bluffs, actually. It might look nice early in the morning. That is a bit more of a drive, in a totally different direction. But, sounds good. Turning the steering wheel to the side, the car starts down another side of the road towards the highway. Are you excited to go hiking again? Hiking? I mean, we don't have to walk the entire thing, do we? I just figured it'd be nice to do it again. I suppressed the word exercise from my mind. It'd be nice to recreate our first real date. Yeah, it would. Silence washes over the car as we both silently reminisce on our visiting a year ago. It seems like so long ago now, even though it's only just been a year. As I slow to a crawl in response to a silver SUV cutting me off, Olivia begins tapping on my arm furiously. Inko, look! Huh? She points at something out of my window. I shift my gaze to follow. To our left lies our old high school, St. Hammond. Oh wow, I didn't even recognize where we were. Can we stop and visit? It's a Saturday. It might still be open. There's clubs on Saturdays. There are some cars left in the parking lot. However, seeing Olivia become so adamant about wanting to check out the school, even after everything that had happened last year, part of me hopes that Olivia finally found her missing resolve. Let's give it a shot then. I engage in some questionably legal driving maneuvers to get us in the left lane and take us right into the school's parking lot. The place is still pretty empty, so we're able to park real close to the front entrance. Although we'd get prime parking anyway due to this fancy sticker I got. I quickly look around for a place to park, pulling to the side of the road and turning the vehicle off. I step out of the car and make for the trunk to set Olivia's wheelchair up. It doesn't take long before we're taking the short walk up the path. The mural is as beautiful as ever, looming over us like the sacred guardian of the school. There are lights on inside. Olivia hesitates, hovering her hand just above the door handle. She pushes in and the cool air-conditioned breeze is let out, along with the very familiar scent of the facility. Inside, it looks just how we left it. Is it really okay for us to be here? Olivia glances around nervously and shrugs. I don't know why we wouldn't. Well, normally students are supposed to call ahead or wait for a reunion. Olivia jumps. Miss Scaler! Hello, you two. What brings you back to St. Hammond? Well, it's spring break for me, so we wanted to take the day and just go around. I see, Mr. NoNoNoah. And are you on break too, Olivia? Her silver eyes cast downward for a moment. Olivia? I'm on break too, Miss Scaler. The older woman's gaze shifts between Olivia and I. I see. Well, then... With a sigh, the principal turns and starts heading down the hall. Come on, you two need visitor passes, then. Olivia doesn't budge. Olivia? Don't think she heard me. Taking Olivia's handlebars, I move to catch up with Miss Scaler. Everything looks just like I remember it. The hallways, the lockers, even some of the posters. The principal smiles wearily. It's only been a year, Inko. Give it some time, at least. What do you mean? We turn and enter a hallway that's permanently ingrained in my memories. The gala. Well, the district's currently looking over a proposal we'd submitted. Hopefully St. Hammond will have a brand new wing in the coming years. Oh, for more classrooms then? Something like that. The administration felt that we should have a dedicated area for the extracurricular classes. St. Hammond's was always focused on the arts, so that means... It's an art wing? She nods and enters her office. After a moment, she comes back with a clipboard and some large name tapes. For now, just sign this. Don't worry about disturbing any clubs today. There's only the tabletop games club that's in the library. I fill out the sheet for both Olivia and I and hand the clipboard back. Before Miss Scaler returns to her office, though, she kneels before Olivia and Miss Halford. The voice surprises Olivia and her head tilts back up to look at the principal. Yes? I hope this break helps with whatever is on your mind. You may not be an official alumni, but you are a former student of St. Hammond. Before Olivia can respond, Miss Scaler stands upright and re-enters her office. So, what now? Olivia glances down the halls to our left and right. I want to sit at my old spot, at Latican's class. Olivia lets go of my wrist and her tail and starts moving herself along. I follow closely behind, remaining silent so I don't break her focus. It's clear that there's a lot of emotion swirling through her. She looks up at the staircase and then continues the elevator around the corner. Oh, I didn't think this far ahead. We don't got the key, do we? If you need, I can carry you up. Olivia reaches into her chair pocket and pulls it out. She still had it. The elevator door slides open like it always has for us. Another bout of nostalgia weighs over me of all the times Olivia and I rode it. One memory stands out, though, both of us huddled together in fear, and... The doors open, and I breathe in the fresh outside air again. I always love the open hallway here. Olivia rolls ahead past the rooms. 231, 232, 233, 234. Olivia stares at the nameplate. It now reads Miss Frizzler. She sighs. After a moment, I reach ahead and open the door for her. Inside is pretty similar. There's obviously some new decorations. The teacher's desk has a different clutter of papers on it, but it's the same classroom. Olivia rolls inside. I watch her carefully move the chair by her old desk so she can use it. It's still. Should I enter? After a moment, she glances at me and pats the desk next to hers. I've been granted entry. When I take my seat, bits and pieces of my second day here surface within my mind. It's still here. Olivia's finger is tracing something It's a little indent in her wooden desk, the one she used as an inkwell. How'd you ever get away with doing that? The teacher was cool with it. She smiles. We both stare ahead at the front of the classroom. It's like the two of us showed up early for the day. And any minute now, an energetic Petro will waltz in, dramatically flapping his wings. They're there to take us on another learning journey, ready to give it his all to teach us the values and the craft of art. Olivia doesn't cry. Her fingers weakly tap against the desk, but she doesn't cry. After a while, she speaks up. You ready? Are you? She looks over with a slight smile. Yeah. I get up and push our chairs back in their original spots. Leaving, I turn around for one last look. I know Olivia's all well. It probably really is the last time. I gently shut the door behind us. Bye. We end up taking a short tour of the rest of the school. Seeing the sights once more, the auditorium, the atrium, even the cafeteria. I got us some of our old favorites from the vending machine. On the way out, we passed through the gala once more. I wonder. I stop at the trophy case. Olivia hears my footsteps have stopped and turns. Her landscape is gone. In its place, a plaque. Olivia gently rolls to the glass case. I step aside to her. It holds an etched stone slab and several photographs illuminated by dim yellow lights, surrounded by all the award-winning works of art by his students. And etched into the top of this polished stone lies his name in Boston gold leaf. Mr. Trent Latican, 1986 to 2023. Olivia's hands clasp over her mouth. Olivia, are you? She shakes her head and lets her hands drop to her lap. Inko. Olivia rolls back to the front office. Inside, Principal Scaler looks up from a sheet she was filling out. All done with your sightseeing already? Though her tone is shaky, Olivia smiles and nods. Yes. Miss Scaler, Olivia wheels to her desk. They share a look, though I can't see what Olivia is doing from the entryway. But the principal, I see her face fall into a saddened frown. They're whispering, and Miss Scaler's eyes are getting misty. She wipes her face and nods, taking a blank sheet from her desk and writing on it. Olivia accepts the paper. Thank you, Mrs. Scaler. Of course, and... Mrs. Scaler frown transforms into a simple smile. I'll always be at St. Hammond if you ever wish to talk, Olivia. That goes for you as well, Inko. Thanks, Miss Scaler. Olivia turns and leaves the office, wheeling past me. Hey, Olivia, what's up? She doesn't respond, instead heading straight for the school's exit. Following after her, I only catch a final glimpse of Olivia's face. Her face is set with determination. I have to move ahead and hold the doors open for Olivia, who beelines straight for our parked car. Olivia, wait up! She finally stops next to the passenger door and turns to me. What's going on? Sophia isn't expecting us for another hour. Good. We have time, then. Time? You want to go somewhere else? Yes, I need... Her voice hitches but still forces the words out. I need to go see him. See who? She thrusts the paper forward for me to read. Oh. We're nearly there. It's not that far away, only a 10-minute drive, but a combination of dread and anticipation makes it feel like 10 hours. In the seat next to me, Olivia stares at the elevator key in her hand. Part of me thought she would have returned it. Maybe someday. It's not like they can just make another for a few dollars. It's just important to her. Hope it doesn't rain. As we pull into the parking lot, I take hold of her hand. I can feel the nervous vibrations through our connected palms, and yet her fingers intertwine with mine tightly. It's a solemn place. The grounds are all well kept, but still crept up onto the old pavement. I help Olivia out of her car once more. The wind is picking up a little. We pass through the arching metal gate. She looks around at the sea of tombstones, completely lost. How are we going to find it here? I don't know. Let's just start. I should have asked for more details. Don't worry. We have time. I push Olivia along the gravel trails, past rows and rows of graves, or on rare occasions a small mausoleum. Without the plot number, we have to scan over each tombstone carefully. Olivia's breathing picks up. There! I think it's that one! She's pointing to a small tombstone one row ahead. Without hesitation, I pivot and push Olivia forward to it. It's a similar plaque to the one at school. Instead of engraved gold letters, it's simply carved into the stone. Olivia holds a hand out for a bit and lets it fall back into her lap. We found it. For a while, we rest in silence, just looking at the inscription on it. His teachings will continue on into the new generation. I'm startled when Olivia pushes herself out of her wheelchair. She kneels before the small tombstone, and I move to kneel beside her. Olivia? I'm fine. It's just, I want to finally tell him, Inko. It takes me only a moment to recall what she's referring to. It was nearly a year ago. That night that invades my dreams from time to time. I nod, laying a hand on my on her shoulder in solidarity. All right, Olivia. She looks at me and smiles a very fragile smile and then begins. Mr. Latican, you were a lot of things for me. You taught me so much, everything I know when it came to art, and you tried to teach me about myself. Show me a way to live my life that was better than how I was back then. You used to grate on me when you would lecture me about my feelings, but I know you did it because you gave a damn. You gave a damn about me, about everyone around you. Even when I was being stupid and trying to hide away from everything, you came into my life and showed that the world wasn't as bad as I saw it. Olivia's eyes turn to me, and I can see the tears flowing freely down her cheeks and over her shaky smile. You were right about him too, Mr. Latican. I'm grateful to have had you as my mentor. I promise from now on to you and to everyone that I'll live my life unshackled by doubt and fear, like you had always taught me to do. Thank you, Mr. Latican. Olivia sits back. I hate to think of how all of that was weighing on her this whole time, but it's gone now. And thank you, Inko. I know it's been hard, and you've done so much for me. I promise I'll get better. I promise I'll be someone worth it all. I shut my eyes and move in to hug Olivia. Thank you so much for giving me the time. I love you. I love you too, Olivia. I'll get better. Oh. Okay, well, that was certainly a book closed kind of conclusion, but there's one more ending, and that one was cute. I mean, that one, if I would have got that one at first, I probably would have been okay. That is an okay ending. Like, I get it. You know, like, it's open for the future and whatnot, but there's something about me that needs to see how good can this get. Maybe in ending 4 we simply do make it in time. I don't really know, but oh man. Ending 3 of 4. There's only one ending left. And it's gotta be the best one in the game, right? Right? Okay, well, this one has dragged on long enough, and I'm really sorry, but I wanted to get all of this in one episode because, god damn it, the endings are just so nice. So I hope you guys haven't gotten tired of my voice yet, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about I Wani. Hug that Gator down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in ending 4. Peace for now. Bye!